Hey guys, how's it going? Billy here. It's 2025. Happy New Year to everyone watching this. January 1st. Finally, you know, for some people, at least here in the US, when it's winter time, it can be a little depressing. The climate change and all of that. Even though the holidays, can be uplifting, I guess, because it's very like family oriented or whatever. But I guess it depends to everyone's situation. But whatever. So that's over. New Year starting, which can be a good thing or a bad thing depending how you look at it again. At least for me, I see it as finally, well, I mean, winter's just technically starting, so we still got more cold to go. Because I'm tired of the cold already. Keep getting sick like every month or every other week. Like I get a little bit of a cold, which is annoying, and I just hate the cold. It makes me lazy as hell. Like if I was editing, this would be the perfect time to just go on my computer and fucking make videos all day. But I don't do that anymore. I got a normal job and I got other stuff that keeps me busy. But anyways, hope everyone watching this had a happy holidays. What was it? Thanksgiving. I made a video after Thanksgiving. Then Christmas and then New Year's. I'm sure some people party their heads off. I didn't. Not my thing. I don't like being in big groups or in crowds. So I just chilled for the most part. It was a quiet Christmas and New Year's with the family. That's pretty much it. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about. I mean, the only thing I can talk about is more Dragon Ball, right? I think it was episode 6, the last one I talked about. 3 new episodes have come out. One of them, showing that this Majin Buu, the Cyberman Majin Buu, is a fraud pretty much. He's and kind of what I said on my last video. The character just looks like a clown, and he happened to be a clown. He's not that strong. He couldn't beat. Okay, this is spoilers, by the way. Hopefully, people won't get pissed. He couldn't beat the robot. I'm always bad with names. What is he called? Tawagami, I think. So bad. So he couldn't beat that. So they made a new one, who looks more like the original Fat Buu, just yellow, with different eyes. And he happened to be stronger. And he was able to beat the robot, the Tawagami, I think it is. So, but what I noticed is, when I made that video last, I think it was a month ago, 3 weeks ago, when I made that video, I was, just guessing what was gonna happen. But then I saw a couple of pictures online that yellow Majin Buu, I think it's called, character design was already on the internet. So I realized that there was already spoilers on the internet. Like people kind of knew what was going to happen, which I didn't know. And then there's supposedly another character, a third character. I think I saw somebody uploaded it on Instagram. I don't remember it though. Because I didn't trust that it was like fan made, but I think it was legit. Somebody was texting me. There was like a third Majin Buu, I think. Maybe either a power up version or a fused version. I don't know what it was, but so I guess we're gonna get that in a couple episodes. I'm guessing big fight's gonna break out. So we'll see. The other thing is, in the last episode, Vegeta turned Super Saiyan 3, which they changed how Super Saiyan 3 looks, at least on Vegeta. which, I guess depending on how you feel about that, you know, if you like it or not. My opinion is, I don't know, it looked kind of, I don't know if I have like a good opinion on it yet. Like, it has to maybe, um, you know, I can't think of the right words, but maybe has to grow on me, Like, I'm not saying it's like a bad design. It did look cool, but it's just weird, So like Super Saiyan 3 was supposed to be long hair, and it was supposed to be like so long that I guess it goes down. This Super Saiyan 3 for Vegeta is the hair is not as long, and it's still spiky. So it's almost like Gohan's beast mode, uh, without the whiteness. It's still gold hair. But I guess, like, overall, I guess it made sense that he would be able to turn Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, since he went Super Saiyan God. So technically this form is a weaker version than that, so he should be able to. So it makes sense, even though it's kind of like a weird timing to kind of like give him that transformation. But whatever, right? Maybe a surprise is gonna be maybe there's a surprise in store for us, like maybe there could be like more fusion of Goku and Vegeta, and maybe they're gonna Vegito, maybe Vegeta will turn Super Saiyan 3. So in order for that to happen, they both need to have Super Saiyan 3. I don't know, but so far the series is interesting. The pace seems pretty good. From what I've heard, is there's not a lot of episodes for this series. It's supposed to be like a short thing, so which makes sense, and kind of sucks. I like Dragon Ball. I like watching it, but I guess we'll see what happens. But the other episode, the one before, I think Vegeta turns Super Saiyan 3, they were explaining pretty much either that or 2 episodes ago before that. They were explaining how what kind of the demon world is, and who the Supreme Kais are. They're born in trees or whatever, and they're supposedly, their kind is the ones who created the universe and all of that. And now everything's kind of starting to make sense. Like, if you put the puzzle pieces together, I'm sure other people who are obsessed with Dragon Ball or whatever, have already talked about this. But it makes sense now. If you watch the Gohan and Piccolo movie with the Gamma androids, it makes sense now where their powers came from. With Piccolo, turning Orange Piccolo, I'm sure it has something to do with their demon powers. So it's like a demon power up, I'm guessing, where that Piccolo got. That I guess some making warriors can do now. And with Gohan, Gohan was powered up by the Elder Kai, and then Elder Kai supposedly is a demon who grew up in who was born from a tree. So he probably gave him like some type of demon power, which I guess fused with his Super Saiyan. So I'm guessing eventually, they'll be able to kind of tell us. There'll be an episode where they'll explain all of this, or maybe in the manga, when the manga comes out again and starts going through the new chapters, maybe they'll explain to us, and it'll make sense. But so far it is kind of making sense, where this power came from, because at first, before this explanation, it didn't make sense. Like, where the fuck did Beast Gohan come from? This power of which is so random. But now it makes sense. So I mean, again, there's no explanation. I could be wrong, but it seems like this is like a kind of like a demonic power up, which is why Gohan's form is called Beast form. So that kind of is starting to make sense. There was another thing that was making sense, but I forgot what the fuck it was. And I wish I could edit these videos, but it's no point. Let me think real quick. What was it? there was something else that made sense. If you put it together, well, I can't think of it right now. But I mean, another discovery based on this information that we got. I can't think of it right now. I guess if I remember, I'll mention it in the next video. But again, so far it seems interesting. This this new information and all of this happening. So I'm guessing they just needed to kind of like put this part. Akira Toriyama had to add this little part to kind of explain. All of this. Where the Supreme Kais came from or whatever, and all of that, in order to start the new chapters in the manga, and then make everything more sense, continue from there. Even though he's gone, I'm sure like he wrote the story I'm sure he wrote the story before he passed away. Who knows until when or up to what point, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, I'm just rambling on. I should have prepared better for the video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the episodes if you're watching it, or if you're waiting for the dub to come out. I know I was, but then I watched like the first episodes, and then I just couldn't stop. It is pretty good, and the drawings are pretty good, and the animation is also pretty good. Not as good as the first episodes, like with the flashbacks, but overall they're still good. I really hope they remake the whole series, because they pretty much have nothing else to do now with Akira gone. Other than continue finish off the manga and then animate that. But after that, Dragon Ball will pretty much be at an end. Sorry, I can't talk today. Anyway, I'm rambling way too much. Hopefully you guys had a nice Christmas, New Year's, and I'll make a video whenever I can. But hope you guys enjoy 2025 and what it brings. All right, take care, guys. Bye bye.